Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. So, hmm, this show can be interesting at times. I think that it has most shows has flaws. With B&B, it's easier to get into because it's only 18 minutes long, as opposed to Y&R, which just kind of feels like forever. But this show, the one thing that it suffers from is repeat dialogue from the previous episode usually. Like Walter being there and just reiterating, "Oh, please don't say anything. I can lose my job. I can lose my life for good." And I'm like, "Bro, you heard that yesterday." And to be honest, it's not as though I feel bad for him. Now, the running theory is that Thomas set up Brooke and that guy is probably in his pocket. Because let's be honest, there's no way that you're going to come into a house, do something that's, I don't know if it's illegal, but it's definitely, unethical, to find out who it was that called CPS. And then to find out that it's his wife. But you don't want this getting out. You don't think that she's going to sit there and try to defend herself and be like, I didn't do this. Show me the tape. There's no way. And it's not like they really gave this guy any money or anything like, oh, it's fine. Like, what are you gonna do when he loses his job? Hmm? What are you gonna do when he loses his job? So I feel like this guy, people were saying in the chat in the live stream yesterday that this guy is probably just somebody. I'm not too sure, but I feel like this guy is in Thomas' pocket because there's no way you're gonna sit there and play a tape knowing that this man is going to confront his wife about it, but yet you don't want it getting out. It's kind of too late for that. The moment that you played the tape. So, with that being said, he leaves. Thomas makes this big push. Starts off with Taylor. Oh, well, Taylor would never disappoint you. Taylor would never lie to you. Brings up Brooks Sens. Eric, your brother, Bill, Deacon, in your own bed. Then he's like, she's trying to take away my son. And, you know, Ridge was like, we've forgiven each other for a lot. But this. So obviously, what I said yesterday and the day before, and I don't know what other people have said, is probably true. That this is the straw that broke the camel's back. Okay? This is the deciding factor. Now, Steffi is doing what she usually does, pushing Taylor. This time, Taylor is starting to wise up after, I don't know, so many years or millennials or whatever, millennials. She's like, yo, listen, I'm tired of being the other woman. I'm tired of being the so-called homewrecker. I don't want to sit there and play these games. I don't want to sit there and fight for somebody who's not gonna. She's like, I'm done. I'm done. And Steffi's doing all she can to sit there and try to make sure that she doesn't give up. But she's like, hey, listen, I'm gonna go to Aspen with you. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna have a good time. Taylor leaves. Steffi calls Thomas and Ridge and is like, yo, listen, mom is leaving for a little bit. I'm gonna work on her while we're gone, but she's leaving because she's tired of this back and forth. She's losing faith in me. This whole thing with Ridge and his kids telling him who to be with, who to not be with. I mean, let's just be honest. I know this is a soap opera, but even for a soap opera, this is pretty dumb. That you are having your kids run your life. So that's going on. Yeah, and then of course, like I said, Thomas makes this big push, and Ridge just stands there, and he says something, and he has these stupid looks on his face and expressions and everything. Meanwhile, you got Liam and Brooke talking about the same thing. Doug, But oh yeah, yeah. Thomas is bad, and Thomas hasn't changed, and Douglas needs to be with his family, and um, Liam brings up the fact that Thomas is using Douglas to spend more time with Hope. He's using that to take advantage of the situation. They talk about CPS. Brooke talks about how um Brooke talks about how she's about how Ridge is feeling and he's angry and everything like that. And I don't know, she's nervous that she thinks that he doesn't believe her. But she's gonna get a rude awakening next week. I will sit there and say that. I'm gonna try to watch the previews. The previews with um the other shows is not the same thing as GH. GH, they give you their previews right after the episode. It was a good year that they didn't do that, and it was just very baffling. But the other shows, they'll give you a preview. They'll give you one preview for the whole week, and it makes me think that are they doing it better? You know, are they doing it better? Because sometimes you can see previews to the point of like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this episode. But with the other shows, they'll give you one whole layout of a preview. And they'll probably sit there and try to include the best parts to get you to watch it. So in some ways, maybe they're doing a better job. Maybe they're doing a better job. And their previews every day, they kind of give a lot of stuff away because, yeah, just they're pushing it every day. Now, one thing I will sit there and say before I kind of conclude this review is when Ridge was like in disbelief and he was like, she wouldn't lie to me. She wouldn't lie to me. And then Thomas is like, all right, well, here's this list of everything so far that this chick has lied to you about. Eric, Dayton. I mean, should I go in alphabetical order? I mean, what do you want me to do? Yeah. I mean, literally, the fact he was like, she wouldn't lie to me. Bro, that's that's literally what she did with Deacon and with Bill and with Eric and with with his brother. So you saying that just is I mean, I know he's mad, he's emotional right now, and people do say some really stupid things when they're just discombobulated. When he said she wouldn't lie to me, even I had to sit there and take a good pause, laugh, sit there and really think about it, and laugh again, and then unpause it and continue watching it. I think that's probably gonna do it. Nothing else major happened. It was just like I said, Stephanie doing her usual thing, Taylor trying to wise up a little bit. Um, they didn't really actually have a third act, which is interesting because I said that yesterday. I was like, they didn't really waste time. And this episode wasn't terrible either. I mean, it was kind of like recycled dialogue. Steffi doing her usual stick. Um, some leftover dialogue from yesterday with Ridge, Walter, and Thomas. Now, again, before I go, um, I am trying to watch YNR a lot more. Because even if I don't do a review, since I'm doing the live streams a lot more, it's something to talk about. And I love being able to sit there and talk to people live about YNR and what's going on with it and everything like that. Um, so I am sitting there trying to watch YNR a lot more. I'm probably going to try to watch at least Friday's episode. Um, at least Friday's episode. Throughout, you know, I don't know. It's some stuff I gotta sit there and try to work out because I do want to sit there and start trying to watch it more. This way, I can have more to talk about during the live stream because I do love talking about YNR with people in it. It's just kind of hard throughout the week. Days and GH are Those are my shows. Y&R and B&B, they're also good shows, but B&B is a lot shorter, so it's easy to get through. And I can sit there and do a review. Um, Y&R is like a whole. There's stuff that is getting good. I will sit there and say that. I'm sorry. It is stuff that's getting good. So I don't know. I'm sitting there thinking like maybe I should like switch it up a little bit. Like maybe next week do more Y&R reviews than B&B. You know, because I feel like a lot of the stuff is just kind of recycled. But like with the Nate Victoria stuff and his whole espionage thing and how it's going to affect Lily and Billy and Devon and Amanda and Monty and um, Nick and Sally and Adam. Like that stuff is really good. I would take that stuff right now over some of the stuff from B&B. We have to sit there and switch it up next week, and I don't know. I'm still trying to find my rhythm with these shows and just trying to do them all and do a good job and do reviews because days like Thursday and Friday is very difficult to sit there and try. Well, Fridays is usually difficult. I don't know. So, throughout the week, I feel like I'm rambling, and I'm not going to sit there and redo this again. My point is, I'm sitting there trying to find a good balance where I can sit there and watch Y&R. Because even if I don't review it every day, at least I can sit there and talk about it in the live stream. So I'm working it out. But I want to thank everyone for just watching my Y&R review because I know I haven't done one in a while. But I feel like if I can be on point at least 2 days a week, I can start that and just kind of see where it goes. Because I was able to do a Y&R review yesterday. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just kind of just rambling and kind of thinking out loud as far as the way to go about it. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm trying to do my best to watch more Y&R because not only do I want to talk about in the chat, but I'm really interested. Plus, they got Trevor. He's back in there, and I want to see what that's about. So Y&R is actually doing some good stuff, even though it's kind of muddled with like Kyle and Summer and Allie and Noah and Tess and Mariah that just don't do anything and contribute anything to the show, along with Sharon. And I don't blame the characters necessarily. I blame the writers for making them as useless as possible. But we'll see. Anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you all for watching. And like I said in my last live stream, if everything goes according to plan, on Sunday I'm gonna be sitting there going live. I'm gonna be sitting there talking about all the soaps. So I'm gonna do my best to try to catch up with Y&R. Since everything else is obviously already there. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe. Thank you for listening to me rant and just think out loud for way too long. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Have a good weekend.